Hi guys, my name is Kris. I am new to this channel. Hope everyone's doing well. Today's topic, or this week's topic I guess, is bathrooms. My personal experience with bathrooms. I have just recently come to the realization that I am in fact trans and not quite as genderqueer as I was previously thinking. So I don't have a whole lot of experience. In fact, only one time, which is the last time I was in a public place going to the bathroom, is the only time I've actually stopped and been like, wait a second, what's going on? I've always, I look really masculine, short hair, men's clothes. It's kind of always how I've rocked it. More or less a flat chest. So a lot of people assume that I'm a male, but I've just always used female bathrooms in the past because I have female parts, and for me, if you got female parts, you go in the female restroom. That was just how I always thought, but I was at a hospital visiting my boyfriend's brother-in-law, so my boyfriend's sister's husband, a couple weeks ago, and I had to go to the bathroom, and there was no one around, but I just kind of stopped, and I looked at the two doors, and my boyfriend's trans too, and he was just laughing at me, but I didn't really know what to do. I was like, you know what? I might pass as a guy sometimes, but I would honestly rather just go in the female restroom right now just to be safe, and it was my first time too. I kind of chickened out on going in the male restroom. But I don't think I'm quite ready for that step. But anyway, that aside, something I've really noticed in living, I just recently moved to the South, so I'm in Texas right now. Something I've recently noticed is that living in a very conservative, very religious area of the country, I pass as a male a lot more. Whereas before I lived in a very liberal town, and no one ever mistaken me for a guy. I'd wear guy clothes, I'd look exactly like this, and people would just see that I was a female. They would think I was just a butch lesbian, which was fine at the time, because that's what I thought I was. But now down here, there is a perk to living in a place where people don't know as much about the LGBT community because they don't look as closely. They just see short hair, men's clothes, walking more like a guy, you're a guy. And my voice isn't very high and squeaky, so that probably helps a little bit too. And then whenever I talk to someone in public, I always try and make it a little bit lower, But who knows if that helps. But anyway, I found that helps, but as far as passing in public, when it comes to bathrooms and walking into a bathroom, in a male bathroom, honestly, I'm scared to do that. Because if I were to walk into a male bathroom down here and someone noticed that I, am still biologically a female, I guess, then the chance of me getting hurt is so much higher than if I were in a liberal place. Gender neutral bathrooms are always a plus because you can go in no problem. You're not going to get hassled. People don't care what your gender is if you're going in there. Male, female, both, neither, anywhere in between. Or if the bathroom's not busy, if it's in a really quiet location, that can help too because you can just kind of sneak in there and sneak out. And the biggest thing, even when I go into female bathrooms, what I do is I just ignore everyone. If you act like you belong there, people are going to assume you know what you're doing. And if you kind of look like you belong there too, they're not going to look too closely. One other thing a lot of guys talk about is standing to pee versus sitting, because stand to pee packers can be kind of expensive. And they do have a lot of stand to pee devices out there that don't look like realistic packers. But, sorry, the dog just came in. But, if you're standing at a urinal holding something that doesn't look like a penis, people might notice, but usually guys aren't going to be paying attention to other guys' junk, kind of a private thing. But honestly, a lot of guys sit down to pee too. You can just sit down to pee or hold your pee until you gotta poop, and then you have the perfect excuse to go in there. Go and blow your nose, and then you may as well pee while you're in there, But people aren't going to look at you twice for sitting down to pee, especially if you look like you belong in there. Anyway, that aside, bathrooms are a very tricky situation, and you kind of just got to feel what's right for you. For me, right now, I'm still using female bathrooms. Haven't really gone into a male bathroom yet. Kind of scared for that first time. But good luck to you. And hopefully I will take the plunge, pardon the horrible pun, one of these times.